What is up, everybody? It's your boy Duty back again with another video. And first and foremost, I apologize for all of the content that your boy's Duty is pumping out. A lot of demonetized content, but I got a lot to say. You guys know that the 4-hour June the King doc came out, and there were some things in there that I really want to focus on and do kind of an extensive deep dive in. But there were some other interesting things. I'm going to call them low-hanging fruit. And this video is about one of those low-hanging fruits, and that, of course, is the Dents. Many of you guys know, or in the Vortex, you guys know that Phil's viewers are just a special, special brand of people. They are. And for some reason, Phil just attracts these weirdos. From Derek to Haseo to 1 Minute Man to these new Dents that are coming out, Bohi Pams, they just gravitate to Phil. And whether it be because they find some kind of kingship with him, or they find some kind of connection with him because maybe, they can connect with Phil's tism at that level. I'm not sure what it is, but Phil just seems to they all come. It's really interesting. They come to Phil's streams and a little bit the Wings of Redemption streams. You'll find most of them. And the funny thing is that most of these supporters that support either DSP, they also support Wings, aka 672, and a few others. So it's really interesting that you get the same kind of viewership on both of these streams. So as many of you guys know, I've talked about the Dents for many, many years. I've talked about how they're just weird. I mean, we talk about Derek. We talk about Haseo, 1 Minute Man, only iced coffee. Jesus Christ, that boy needs or that woman or whatever the hell he goes by, he needs some psych evaluation there. From Tutankhamun to Timbo Slice, who's on bankruptcy 52. Who the hell knows? I mean, these people just come out for Phil and just love some Phil. And when you hear them or talk to them, they just seem to be pretty touched themselves. And Phil, the one thing Joon did was he actually managed to talk to, it looked like, some of his fans and some of his former fans. So let's listen to the folks that came out to, I guess, talk up Phil for some reason. I don't know whether they were talking him up or if they were trying to prove what everyone thinks is the truth, that Phil is touched and so are his dents. So let's watch this clip from the documentary.
Yes, the valid criticism. And this someone works with his fans who have been doxxed, are people with disabilities, are socially inept, or are just lonely.
Yeah. I think he has autism. And this is coming from someone who has it. Because I've got a low level of autism. Asperger's, which formerly called as that is.
And I think I don't hate it because I've been following him for so long. I don't want to say he felt like a friend, but I felt like some kind of weird, like this is someone I've known. I don't really know him, but this is someone I've known. The only person I really followed on YouTube for so long, and I felt some kind of attachment, like a buddy in a sense. And I thought, oh, my buddy's in trouble, and I should help him out,
These people exist within every creator's community, but with Phil, that's virtually his entire fanbase. Phil once did have a diverse viewer base, but as his infamy grew and his content stagnated, the only thing he offered is consistency. That's virtually his entire fanbase. Phil once did have a diverse viewer base, but as his infamy grew and his content stagnated, the only thing he offered is consistency.
Alrighty, so we have two things there that are just interesting. Of course, we have two supporters, I guess, or viewers, who pretty much in this documentary kind of showed who they are. And they provided some insight into Phil and how they believe that they found a connection with Phil. And apparently the connection is the tism. It just has to be the tism. If you're in the Vortex, you guys know Phil's just obsessiveness with schedules and just doing things and anything that throws him out of sort, any minor changes. That's why it took him God knows how many years to do direct capture and make any remote changes to his content. He has difficulties changing. I mean, that's a common trait for people on the spectrum. It is. As you guys know, your boy Duty does have family members with autism and understands some of the afflictions that come with this condition. And again, I'm not trashing anyone that has the condition. I mean, it's a medical condition. That's how you're born, and you really can't do anything about it. But I found it so interesting that Joon would actually include this in the document. Two people, two individuals, and I think there was another person that was in this video where the documentary where they talked about Phil, and each person just sounds exactly the same. They sound like cult members. They sound like, oh my lord, dear leader is in trouble. We need to help him. And it just again goes to just prove what the detractors have said for many years is that people listen to Phil, and the way he talks, he manipulates people. He talks about his bills and how he's in dire straits and he's in trouble, and he's done this for many years, and he needs your support. And these people just feel like some connection to Phil for whatever reason, and they feel like they need to empty out their pockets and support this guy. In the document, there was a really good segment too about his supporters and how more supportive they are than any other content creator. Because it's true, Phil on average probably has 200 to 300 people that watch him consistently, and the level of support that this man makes in a year is pretty outstanding. It's pretty incredible. So you have to give Phil credit for that. His beg game is on point. I mean, he's like I don't know what would you? He's like the Michael Jordan of begging. So we have to give some credit for Phil for managing to do that. But it's just so funny that the only people that were willing to talk to Joon on Phil's behalf are stunted individuals. They are. And if you compare them to people like, again, Derek Haseo, 1 Minute Man, Only Iced Coffee, Lisa Lou, these people that if you ever watch them chat in their streams, you're just like, what the hell is wrong with these people? Why are they just socially so inept? Why do they look like they just have mental deficiencies? What the hell is going on? And you're confounded. And it's not just like one or two people. I mean, it's like 30 or 40 of them consistently. You go into his chat and it's just a wave of nonsense. When it's not Phil's Nightbot begging, it's someone being extremely regarded. It just is. It is. And the funny thing that I played here twice is actually Joon the King making the statement that well, you know what? Let me not speak for Joon. Let's play it, and let's allow Joon the King to speak for himself.
Within every creator's community, but with Phil, that's virtually his entire fanbase. Phil once did have a diverse viewer base, but as his infamy grew and his content stagnated, the only thing he offered is consistency.
So right there, Joon the King actually makes the statement that that's his viewer base. His viewer base are like the two people that actually came on and had an interview with Joon and managed to talk and tried to highlight Phil's greatness or why they support him. And these were two regarded individuals. And I'm pretty sure if Joon opened it up and interviewed, it just kind of opened the floodgates and allowed for several months for anyone in Phil's vortex to come and chat, he would find the same individuals over and over again. Now, I'm not going to say every single one of them are like this. No, you have some normal people, and I've actually interacted with a few of Phil's viewers that, they're okay. They're all right. They're normal people, and for some reason, they just like shitty gameplay. I don't know what it is. And I've had interactions with them. They actually come on my streams. I've had conversations with them, and I've been cordial with them. So it's not everyone. So I'm not saying it's everyone, but a good amount or a good portion of Phil's supporters and viewers are regarded as these two individuals we saw in the documentary. It is. And this is not Duty saying this is Joon the King, the man that spent months researching Phil and doing a 4-hour doc, said this. Okay, not me, but Joon the King. And if you don't believe me, let's hear Joon the King say it one more time.
With Phil, that's virtually his entire fanbase. Phil once did have a diverse viewer base, but as his infamy grew and his content stagnated, the only thing he offered is consistency.
That's right. There you go, folks. Your boy Duty isn't making this stuff up. It's just taking information from the doc and putting it out there. So again, this is one of those low-lying fruit things where I felt like I needed to talk about it because for many years I've talked about the Dents and the Vortex and how they just seem like they belong to a cult. Some of them have some tism. Some of them are regarded, and of course, a handful of them are okay individuals. They just for some reason like shitty gameplay. Anyway, that's the video, folks. I'm going to be doing probably a very long form video on WWE Champions and of course the Bank Leagues, because in my opinion those were the two heavy hitters from this doc, and I can't wait for Phil to react to that. Let's see what he has to say on those two subjects. Of course, he'll probably say I can't talk legally, I can't talk about it because of my lawyer, but he's opened that Pandora's box on WWE Champions, especially now with actually playing the game and going out on Twitter and teasing the down from the Raptors in his shit Twitter post. So anyway, folks, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Peace out.